Hey, this is Alex with HelixSports.com. In this video, I'm going to be showing you an exercise called fear setting. Fear setting is something you can do by yourself with 3 pieces of paper to assess, analyze, and attack all of the fears and worries that are preventing you from making progress on your goals. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So on the first page, we're going to break it out into 3 columns: define, prevent, and repair. In the define column, I want you to list out 10 to 20 worst case scenarios that you think might happen, the stuff that you're worried about that's preventing you from taking action on your goals. Be very specific with what they are because it's going to help in the planning stage. In the second column is the small or big actions that we can take to prevent the worst case scenarios from happening, or at least to reduce the likelihood of them happening. And then in this third column, repair, this is the recovery phase. Assuming that the worst thing does happen, what are some steps or actions that we can take to reduce the effects of the worst case scenario or to mitigate some of the impact that it has on your life? For my example worst case scenario, I'm going to write run out of money because I think that that is something that somebody who's applying for a new job or somebody who's wanting to quit the job that they already have would have in common. So we're going to, like I said, list out 10 to 20 of these, but just as an example to demonstrate how this works, running out of money, that would really suck. And ways to prevent that: you could live on savings. You could get a part-time job to help subsidize your transition period where you're applying for jobs but you've run out of savings, or you just need a little bit of money to sustain yourself until you land that job. You could also live cheap or reduce your cost of living, so maybe live off of ramen packets for a week. That would be a way of reducing your cost of living to prevent you from running out of money. Now let's assume that maybe you've tried these things or just nothing worked out, and you've run out of all your money, and now we might have the option to sell your car. That would not be ideal, but it would prevent you, or it would fix the problem that you have. And borrowing money, possibly a solution. And moving home. These are all ideas that you could use to fix the problem that you have of running out of money. And so the idea behind all this is you define your fears that you have so you can see that they're not that scary. There's always solutions, there's options that you have. So don't not apply for that job because you're scared of running out of money. There's always stuff that you can do if you're not successful right away. So on page 2, we're going to write out the benefits of accomplishing the goal that we set out to originally, or the benefits that we will receive by at least pursuing it. So I've put better understanding of your career, you've developed skills you didn't know you had, and networking with people within your field. Those are all pretty substantially life-changing things. So I put 6, 7, and 5 as the impact. So out of 10, rank each of the benefits on just the weight of change that it would bring to your life. And then you're going to do the same thing for all of your fears, everything that you wrote out. Write out the impact. I put a 4 on run out of money because money is a fluid thing. Running out of money once in your life isn't going to change the course of your life substantially. It's a setback, but I would say it's not as beneficial as or not as impactful as some of the benefits that you can get by working towards your goals. So already you can see that there's some upside to at least pursuing your goals, and the fears that you have, probably they're not that big to begin with, but there's always ways of preventing them from happening. And on the third page, we'll have the cost of inaction. Split this up into 2 columns, short-term and long-term costs. So just as examples, I wrote you might be unhappy and annoyed short-term. This is everyday, day-to-day. You're probably attracting negativity into your life. You're becoming a person that you don't want to become. And long term, the cost would just be a miserable life. You feel like you've wasted it, and you're always wondering what things could have been like. So you really can see that the cost of inaction is just a lot of regret and a lot of being unhappy and not feeling fulfilled, and that's no good. So look at the weight of all of this stuff. I put these at well, definitely a 10, because it's your whole life. So life is short. You want to go for the things that you are wanting to go for. There's the benefits that you can receive by actually trying, and at the end of the day, you can see that some of your worst case scenario fears, running out of money, those are not as severe as a lifetime of regret. That's fear setting in a nutshell. Fear is a natural reaction to a perceived threat, whether physically, socially, or professionally. Fear is just the bias towards safety. And obviously, we can see that there are ways of preventing the harm or even reversing it in many cases. So after completing this exercise, you'll be able to conquer your fears instead of letting them get the best of you. Thanks for watching. Links are in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button if you found this useful. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and check out helixsports.com for the best gear, apparel, and resources to help you be at the top of your game.